Hi, I'm Rusty Cottrell, physical therapist. I've mainly focused on health span and really functioning at a high level till the very, very end.
And I'm Debbie Cottrell, registered dietitian with focused on prevention and longevity. Have you ever found yourself struggling with depression, but not wanting to depend on antidepressants? Today, we're going to take a look at how to help depression naturally. We're going to take a look at exercise and epigenetics and how that affects your mood.
Epigenetics may be a new term to you, but essentially it's how your DNA is actually expressed. It may not change your DNA, it just changes the way that gene specifically is either upregulated or downregulated. So today we're going to talk about exercise and as an antidepressant.
Regular aerobic or resistance exercise is as effective as an antidepressant for mild to moderate depression.
It improves mood through actually increasing endorphins. Many of you have heard about endorphins.
Also increasing serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine.
It also decreases the inflammation.
And that's significant because brain inflammation can actually affect your mood.
You may have heard of epigenetics before. We've talked about nutrition that affects your genes. Exercise affects your genes. Your thoughts affect your genes. So we're actually changing the gene expression without changing the DNA.
And it's interesting because exercise protects against depression by modifying the brain and the body epigenetics.
You may have heard of an acronym BDNF. It stands for brain-derived neurotrophic factor. That actually affects your stress resilience. So exercise increases the BDNF production.
Then that supports neuroplasticity, the ability of the brain to move and shift and,
Neuron survival,
yes.
synaptic growth.
Right. And low BDNF is actually linked to depression.
Yes, exactly. So stress and resilience genes are actually affected by exercise in the sense that exercise modifies the DNA methylation. That's a kind of a complicated thing, but too much methylation, it doesn't allow the gene to be expressed very well. And so too low of methylation is not good either, but exercise actually puts it right in the happy place. So with those stress resilient genes, if you're exercising consistently, it actually builds resilience and reduces relapse risk.
Which is very important. Exercise can also reduce chronic inflammation via the epigenetic changes.
Also improving mitochondrial function.
Downregulates pro-inflammatory genes and upregulates anti-inflammatory genes.
So that, in a sense, that's improving mitochondrial function. When you improve mitochondrial function, you're reducing oxidative stress levels. Essentially, a dysfunctional mitochondria actually is like a car going down the road with that exhaust coming out the tailpipe. So healthy mitochondria do produce free radicals, but they produce less of them.
Right. So like when the car is functioning well, there's less exhaust. It's less toxic. When it's not functioning well, then there's a lot more exhaust, which we've all experienced. So more energy, less oxidative stress, better brain metabolism, those all come into play.
So give us some practical implications. Let's say frequency of exercise.
So basically you want to focus in on exercising 3 to 5 times a week. I know that can be a little challenging for some people, hopefully not for you, and being able to incorporate that 3 to 5 times in each week.
I know many have been really focusing on aerobic. I mean, you can do that, but you can also do resistance
aerobic?
training as well.
What's
Well,
aerobic?
aerobic would be running, swimming, walking, those kind of things. But actually, you can get the same benefits by resistance training as well.
And the duration, 30 to 45 minutes. And does that have to all be at one time?
It does not have to be all at one time. You could break it up into 3 sessions of 10 minutes for the 30 minutes, and you're still going to get that epigenetic benefit as well.
For the brain, Another benefit, just a sideline benefit, is it actually helps with blood sugars when you're doing those 10-minute walks at like after each meal. So that, I mean, it can be a double benefit that
I'm
way.
sure you may have felt just a short walk just improves your mood. I'm sure you felt that.
Absolutely. So exercise doesn't just make you feel good short term. It actually rewires your biology so it's cumulative, like you talked about. It becomes something that the brain is automatically doing all the
Right.
time.
It's kind of like a summary. So we're increasing BDNF, the brain-derived neurotropic factor. We're increasing mitochondrial health. We're decreasing inflammation, and we're increasing stress resilience. We're not going to just decrease stress. We're actually increasing your resilience to stress.
Which is super important when it comes to the mood because you can start to feel overwhelmed by stress. So exercise is super important for that. So it's a powerful tool for preventing and treating depression.
If you'd like more information on this type of subject, we also have a video here about activation that does many of these same things that exercise does, not to do without exercise, but to assist your exercise program.
We're so glad you took some time to take a look at this today. And feel free to pass it on if you know someone that's struggling with depression and this would be helpful for them. We definitely want to get the word out to as many people as possible that there is hope and there is resilience and there is thriving and not just surviving our daily stress routines.
Because we want you to thrive.
Absolutely. Until next time, aloha.
Aloha.